When I was approximately 10 years old, I went with my family to the Sierra, that is in the limits of the Puebla States and Veracruz. It's the mountain partner of the Ciclaltepec, better known as Pico de Orizaba. Because the travel was a visit with family that lives in the vicinity of the place, we spent the night in the uncle's house. Eh, for climb the mountain, we woke up the most early that we call. When we in the place where all my family started to unpack the provisions that we had to eat. We make two teams. The first one will look for wood um, for the fire and heat the food, and the another thing, climb to the top of the mountain. I climbed with family with my father and other parents until the top. At that time, the INAOE was building the GTM, el Gran Telescopio Milimétrico, the Great Millimeter Telescope. I don't remember exactly what we ate, but I think that was chicken, bunny roast, sauce made in Tecajete, and handmade tortillas especially for that day. And with respect to the place where we at, is a place that the people call La Cueva del Muerto. This place was public. This travel was when the park wasn't federal reserve. What I like most was and that since then I don't haven't seen is the snow that covered my neck while the climbed for a pet for a pot. And that when we arrived to the top there was a great tranquility too. I don't remember if I could see the sea in the distance, ice formed on the metal structures, and of what the construction of the GTM. When the travel finished, the van started burn up from the brakes. For this reason, we have wait for 2 hours on the way for come back to the town because too excessive wide for her rated capacity. That was one of the troubles that I remember of my childhood, and one of the most pleasant.